quiet Wednesday morning in the affluent suburbs of the city. The sun had barely risen, and the dew on the leaves outside shimmered as birds began their morning chorus. Inside a grand double-story mansion, a woman in her late 20s stirred a pot of oats in the kitchen. Her name was Lindiwe, the maid. She had worked for the Mlangeni family for 3 years. Mr. Thabo Mlangeni was a successful businessman known for his sharp mind and generous spirit. His wife, Boniswa, was younger, stylish, and charming, always glowing with the kind of beauty that turned heads. But beneath her soft smile, Lindiwe had always sensed something dark. Last night, Lindiwe had a dream. It shook her to her core. In the dream, Mr. Mlangeni was walking out of the house dressed in his black suit, briefcase in hand. As he reversed his car from the garage, she saw a shadowy figure behind him, a man with a knife. The blade flashed and blood spilled on the driveway. The dream shifted. She saw Mrs. Boniswa laughing in the living room with a man, kissing him. She was holding a champagne glass. On the floor lay Mr. Mlangeni's wedding ring. Lindiwe woke up, gasping, her body cold with sweat. She knew it was more than a dream. It felt like a warning. By 6:30 a.m. she was preparing breakfast when Mr. Mlangeni walked into the kitchen, dressed sharply in a navy blue suit. "Good morning, Lindiwe," he greeted warmly. "Sir," she said nervously, drying her hands. "Can I speak to you?" He looked at her curiously. "Of course." She took a deep breath. "Sir, I had a dream last night. I know this may sound crazy, but please, don't leave the house today." Mr. Mlangeni blinked. "Excuse me?" "I dreamt something terrible will happen if you go out. Someone will try to kill you. Please, sir, cancel your meetings today, I beg you." He chuckled at first, assuming she was joking. But Lindiwe's trembling hands and watery eyes told him she was dead serious. "This isn't just superstition, sir," she said. "Please trust me." Before he could respond, Boniswa walked in. "What's going on?" Lindiwe turned to her. "Madame, I'm just asking the boss to stay home today." Boniswa gave her a cold look. "Why? Because of a dream? Thabo, you're not seriously considering this nonsense, are you?" Thabo looked at both women, conflicted. "Maybe I should postpone the meeting, just for today." Boniswa's eyes narrowed for a brief second before she forced a smile. "Darling, you've worked so hard for this deal, you can't skip it over a nightmare." But something in her eyes made Thabo pause. It was subtle, a flicker of irritation, maybe even fear. He had never doubted Boniswa, but now he felt something shift. "All right," he said, pretending to reach for his car keys. "Lindiwe, you can finish cleaning. Boniswa, I'll be back soon." He stepped out, closing the door behind him. But instead of driving off, he circled around the back of the house, climbed up the gardener's ladder, and crept into the upstairs guest room, the only one with a clear view of the lounge and front door. He waited, heart pounding. 10 minutes later, Boniswa was on the phone. "He's gone," she whispered. "Come quickly." Thabo's blood ran cold. A few minutes passed, and a white car pulled into the driveway. A tall man stepped out. Thabo recognized him, Mandla, his wife's old college friend. They had shared drinks together before, even watched soccer. Now here he was, kissing Boniswa in the living room. As they drank wine and laughed, Thabo pulled out his phone and started recording everything. But the horror wasn't over. Mandla pulled something from his jacket, a syringe. "Are you sure this will work?" he asked Boniswa. "Yes," she said, twirling her wine glass. "Slip it into his tea when he gets back. He'll sleep and never wake up." Thabo felt sick. His hands trembled as he texted his friend Sifo, a detective. Within 15 minutes, police sirens blared outside. Beniswa and Mandla were caught completely off guard. They were both arrested, charged with conspiracy to commit murder. Lindiwe, shaken but relieved, wept when the police took them away. Thabo hugged her. "You saved my life," he whispered. "I'll never forget this." Weeks later, Thabo moved to a smaller house, away from the haunting memories of betrayal. He offered Lindiwe a permanent role, not as a maid, but as a house manager and trusted advisor. Sometimes he would still ask her, "How did you know?" And she would smile gently and say, "Some dreams are warnings, and some angels wear aprons,